My name is Phuong. I came to Australia 34 years ago. You can say that I'm a regional boat people. Vietnam War happened for many years and many lives lost. As a little girl, I saw body on the road or the head hang over the bridge that we have to cross to go to school every day. And that's why about 12 years old, 13. And after the war ended, I was become a young woman and I'm pregnant. Under communist rules, we don't have any freedom. We don't have any freedom at all. We can't go from one village after the other or the city to looking for a job. Extremely hard. It's under tight control, the communist rules, under communist rules. So I was pregnant, and then I feel there's no future for my son, and I don't like to live under communism control. So we make a plan to leave. We're not allowed to leave Vietnam. If you leave Vietnam, you get caught, you're in jail. But a lot of people leave anyway. Some lucky got away, some unlucky get buried at sea, due to rough weather or piracy. But we was lucky. After give birth to my son, he only 10 days old, and one of the lady in the group said, "Are you strong enough to go?" I said, "Yes." So hold my baby in one arm, and the other arm I got the bag of clothes for both of us, and we went to under her instruction. We went to the small village, and we jump in the little dinghy, and then we get under the big boat in the middle of the night, and up we go. The boat was, I think, only very small boat. 154 people on board. I remember just like sardine, back to back, and extremely rough weather sometimes. Sometimes I say, "Oh my God, we're gonna die," because the wave just right up the top and our boat just down. But for some reason, the wave just go underneath the boat and push it up again, and was like that for hours. And then the weather calm again. So was like that for 5 days and night. But in the middle of that, about day 3 after we left Vietnam, we get chased by pirates, and of course they catch us. We have a little boat, and they have a big one with the big engine. So they rob us, everything we got, money, gold, anything available. But we were lucky because that's a good pirate. They give us some water in return. And then a day later, once again. And every time we get chased from pirates, everybody fear the worst, because we heard story that they killed and they kidnapped and they do all sorts of things. But we are extremely lucky with 2 pirates chasing us and cause us, but they do the same thing. They just get what they want to get, and they gave us water, which is very, very important. We run out of water. So, yes, we consider lucky one. They consider we are intruder because we just landed in the island without permission, without visa. So in no time, police came with machine gun, and they roused us up in the coconut plantation, I think. And by then, my newborn about 2 weeks old. And everybody so happy to reach the land, they jump off. They forgot about me. I say, hey, what about me? So they come back and help me to get myself and my baby. I remember I hold him, I put him up, and the water just like after my neck. So we just half swim, half walk in to the land. Yeah, and the police round us up with machine gun, and then they pack us in the kind of truck and took us to refugee setup. And we stayed there for a couple of days. They transfer us to the island called Phuong, that United Nations set up a few years earlier for people like us. So I would stay there for 7 months after to apply for refugee visa. Finally, I got accepted, and we get accepted to Australia. So I left Vietnam in June, and we ended up June 82, and we end up in Sydney airport January 83. When I arrived in Sydney, I didn't know nothing then. I just take love at its time. But now looking back, just how did I survive? Extremely difficult. I'm a young woman, got a little baby, little newborn, don't know anybody, no family, no support. I can't speak the language. But somehow we just managed. Job-wise, very hard because, as I say, I don't have any support, so I can't leave my baby anywhere. And I don't know English enough to enroll him in daycare or anything like that. The only work I can get is work from home. For the Vietnamese people who've been to Australia before me, they tell me what they do. They show me what they do. So I end up saving money to buy an industrial sewing machine. So I start making nurse uniform. I got no idea at all. I got no skill of sewing, but they show me what to do. And I don't have to make the whole dress. Just join together arm and two side here. But I can make cookies so crooked, I can't do a straight line. So I unpick it and do it again. For the whole night, I make $25. And I'm so happy with that. So after that, I become kind of like professional. Then I make like $75 after that for the night. When you can't speak English, you can't find any job. It's good pay. You just have to do whatever you can. So I did sewing for a few years until I learned a few words. And then I went to the factory where they make all sorts of clothing. So I end up in a factory who make, I think, jean. And just a few words say, good morning, I looking for job. And then the boss say, you got experience. I think that's what he say. I say, yes. So he gave me a garment to try. So I never see the overlock in my life. Talk about know how to operate it. So he said, there you go. So I just look at people next to me, what they do. I try to do the same thing. But the machine just so fast. I cut it in half. And I just so frightened. I know for sure I want to get a job, but I'm too afraid to say I cut it. So I slowly sneak out the door and went. Yeah. So forget about sewing in the factory. So I come back home, do that again. Then few years after, when my English a bit better, I I work in a takeaway and in the pressing factory where they do dry clean and before the clothes from the factory, before they go to the shop, they send to us. So we press, we make it nice and straight, so we send to the shop. So I worked there for a few years. Yeah, I work in many different jobs. And my latest, about 10 years after in Australia, I started to work in market garden because I grew up in a farming area. So farming, growing is very much in my blood. I like it. Yeah, but after I in relationship and got children, so I gave that up. I stay home to raise a few kids. And when they grow up, I go back to farming again, which I'm doing now. We have hydroponic cucumber farm. Well, I think Australian people very tolerant. I 34 years in Australia. I never have any issue with races or anything like that, except once. But I don't know what make out of that. I don't know it's fun or what or silly thing. But you can take it as racist, but you can laugh at it. For me, I just choose to laugh at it. As I'm driving along in Great Eastern Highway and the car. On the other side of me, because there's two lines, they're a young couple, not really young, in their 30s. We turn and look at each other, and they put their hand in their eye and pull their eye to the side, just like, I think they say, "Oh, you Asian slang eyes." They didn't say that, but I think that's what they said. And then I said, I didn't say nothing, but I look at them, they're a little bit chubby. So I just open my eye big and I push the air in my mouth, that make my face really fat. So my way say, "Hey, you big fat Aussie," and then they just laugh their head off. Then they spit off, and yeah, that is, I don't know that racist or not, but it's something funny.